does Joke dial up offensively? Does JonBeast have a miracle left in him? Sanders alone on the right side. Jackson will motion over to that same side. Everyone coming. It's picked up. He has him. He has him. Touchdown for JonBeast. A point away from $1,000. The Beast. The kick is up. And it is good.
Are you guys tired of spending your hard-earned money just to get terrible pack odds? Well, look no further. Visit my sponsor EasyMut.com for the fastest, cheapest, and most reliable Madden 21 coins. Use code JTibbs for 5% off your purchase. Guys. What's going on, guys? JTibbs back with another video. And if you weren't watching the Madden Ultimate Team, MCS, whatever you want to call it, man, the competitive league, salary cap, and our club championship series, you missed some great games yesterday. However, before the video loads up, guys, make sure to smack a like on it. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new. And make sure to comment down below today's word of the day to win some free Ultimate Team coins. Today's word of the day is going to be clubs. Again, it's going to be clubs because clubs have been crazy, and that's what we're going to be going over in this video, a particular club winner. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be going over the play that tied up the game in the JonBeast and Joke game. That was the best game I've ever seen. Forget the Madden 18 Skimbo problem game. This game was literally the best game I have ever seen. I'm going to be going over the game-winning dot and how JonBeast drew it up, as you saw in the intro today. Alright guys, so here we are in practice mode. Now, if you don't know, JonBeast runs that very popular Carolina bunch offset offense. Now, there's a lot of great plays in it. However, since one step ahead is clearly taking over the Madden scene, and it is dang near impossible to move the ball without, obviously, chemistries and abilities on your players, this is why a lot of players like to go to this bunch, because it has a lot of good stock man-beating routes. And also, these stock man-beating routes can really help these types of pros beat their opponents. Now, we're going to be going to the play that he went to in the clutch, and that is Z-spot and go. We're going to run exactly how he ran it. Now, if you guys want to see more tips like this where I break down game-winning plays, pro breakdowns of these tournaments, why these pros run certain offenses and defenses, let me know down below by also leaving a comment and a like on the video. So Joke was in the very popular mid blitz, and if you guys saw in the intro video I showed you, I'm not exactly sure why he was in this. I understand he likes to send pressure on those third and fourth downs, but it was literally 4th and 20. Like, JonBeast needed to score because, again, he had the time against him, and also he was down 7. So not the best call from Joke. I don't think you really want to go ahead and send a bunch of players, but hey, there's a reason he's the pro and there's a reason I'm the YouTuber, man. But overall, just giving my honest opinion. Now, basically what Joke did was he went ahead and he noticed he was coming out in a bunch to the wide side of the field. For those who don't know, the bunch to the left side of the field and not to the right side, it's a lot easier to pick up, blitzes from that, as I've known from past experience. So it kind of did play in JonBeast's favor for him being on the right side of the hash. I don't think he intended that to happen, but still, nonetheless, it helped him out. So what Joke did was he pressed. He ended up obviously going ahead and pinching his line and then blitzed everyone. Pretty much set up a cover 2 look like this, to where obviously this is kind of how he played it out. Brought this guy in the box so he'd play the corner a little bit more if anything were to come, or the middle of the field, and then used his user right here and was pretty much trying to touch up. Now, obviously, JonBeast max protected, but you guys know if you max protect versus this and you attract the attention of a lineman, it is a lot harder to block. As you see, we get a free man to come in. So, what a lot of people like to do is they like to utilize motion blocking, and that's exactly what JonBeast did. So the way he set this play up was very impressive. Now, as Joke was setting up his defense, obviously, he went ahead and set it up just kind of like this, where obviously he has these guys in like this, and then he obviously manned them up, shaded them up, and that's kind of the defensive look he was giving. Again, he stood in this gap, was ready to touch up if he had to, and obviously wanted to go ahead and lurk anything over the middle of the field. Now, overall, I think where Joke messed up is when obviously he was sending the pressure. Again, he didn't need to, but just given the circumstance, Joke did end up having one of his free guys get blocked. And to be fair, I understand why he had to lurk that back in route, because he could have playmakered it up. But at the same time, honestly, I'd probably lurk that route for a second because, again, it's going to be very hard to make a quick throw like that, especially with this shed of a defense. So obviously what, JonBeast saw was the left side was vulnerable. His user wasn't even close, and he was able to go ahead and make a play. So basically what JonBeast did was he max protected, obviously ID'd or doubled one of the outside guys on the far side, and then put Metcalf, or this, I guess, his outside guy, on a regular out route, and then put his far side guy on an in route. Now what he was hoping to do was to playmaker that in route if Joke ended up playing man or left him open. And also what JonBeast noticed was, hey, listen, I'm doubling, I'm IDing the left side of the field. I know my running back's going to have to go over there, so I'm going to motion Metcalf over to block to the right side, and I'm going to have enough time to make this read. Now, if we go ahead and run this play, you're going to notice that is exactly what he did, as you guys see right there. And we had the route open for a wide open touchdown, a nice little dot, and JonBeast was able to get in with that play. It was very easy for him to break down. So let me go into instant replay. I do want to show you why this works and how JonBeast analyzed that final play on that 4th down where he ended up scoring. Alright, so guys, here is the play. We are breaking it down, and this is why I like going into the lab and kind of analyzing this stuff for you guys to see. Now, as you see, his user is right here. It's going to touch up and back up. Now, as you see, we have an A-gap guy coming, but the motion block ends up helping out with our guy. Now, as you guys see, our guy kind of blitzes, and that's fine. He ends up kind of man-aligning and get a turbo, and Joke did notice that. If you notice that play, he did get kind of a turbo animation to come in, and that's the point of that blitz. If they are to motion block, it's dang near impossible due to the fact that that blitzer is going to get kind of like a turbo animation, which obviously leads, if we don't block Metcalf, that number 95 to come free. You see 97 and 95 are going to come free. Obviously, Carson, our running back, cannot pick up both, so that's where that motion block comes in. So that I see what JonBeast was doing. Now, as you guys see that in route, obviously I manned it up, was being shaded inside, but as you see, that Z-spot corner route is so good at breaking over zones. It's so good at getting open, and overall, it's very, very effective to get open. Now, what JonBeast also could have done, and this is very important to kind of realize, is he could have went with a concept like this, where it could have still given Joke some issues. Now, as you see, we're going to set it up again, and this time we're going to go ahead and kind of set it up how Joke set it up like this. And again, his user's right here. Now, as you guys see, Joke is at a disadvantage, obviously, on the right side if we motion, because what that motion is going to do is it's going to man align, it's going to mess up with that soft squat, and we're going to have a touchdown or a wide open dot to make some room, get out of bounds, and get the first down. JonBeast realized that, and he knew Joke would have to follow it with his user. So what he could have done, again, is he max protects, and what he could have done is streaked Metcalf, and obviously put B on that in route. Now, what this is going to do is you're going to notice, if we have some room right there, as you guys see, we can throw that game-winning touchdown like that. That soft squat is going to react to both routes coming out. Obviously, you guys are going to notice, if we go into instant replay, that soft squat, if we kind of just single him out over here, he has to play both. And that's where Joke can mess up, just due to the fact that he plays the in route, but at the same time, that streak is well beyond him, and it's DK Metcalf. You're not catching up to him. Obviously, JonBeast had a speedster there, and he was able to block it. But as you see, we aren't able to cover both. It's a very tall task, which leads Joke to have to pick with his user. Obviously, in practice mode, I can't show you both sides, but I can at least try to display the defense as accurate as possible, which, this is pretty accurate. But the user is staying there. Again, the user's going to have to pick. Obviously, the user is mainly probably going to run with that streak as it's getting over the top. So that leads, obviously, the in route to where we can maybe playmaker to the right side, make a move, get out of bounds, and play a new set of downs. Or, again, like I said earlier, this route is being covered by zones. Doesn't matter the zone depth, the drop, that corner route is going to get over them. It is going to mess around with it. It's going to make it very hard for your opponent to have to play this. So this is why, again, I don't agree with Joke's decision to blitz. I feel like he would have been safe off playing a two-man under, having 3 deep thirds, and just overall playing the sticks as well, because that would have been a better opportunity instead of sending the house, where JonBeast can actually counter it with this given setup. As you guys saw, I pretty much went into depth of what JonBeast was thinking on that last play, and I kind of presented both sides. I kind of presented, showing off Joke's side of why he may have blitzed, and also the fact of the matter of why, personally, I don't agree with the blitz, and why JonBeast did what he did. He saw the blitz, he identified it, he was going to go to a different man beater, and he saw if he's sending that many people, he's probably not going to play man-to-man because it's easier to cook them, as they will be single coverage, and I'll be able to get an open route. So he knows a certain type of zone is coming. Joke's users in the middle of the field. Obviously, it's a cover 2 shell on the left side. It's probably not going to be anything else because that would get easily cooked, and he took advantage of it. Alright guys, that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Smack a like and comment down below the word clubs for some free Ultimate Team coins. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. This is JTibbs signing off, and as always, peace.